Okay, assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to the Bitcoin update today. And previously from the last video, for 2-3 times I've been talking about Bitcoin, that Bitcoin popped down, and I think that somewhere in the future looking to backtest this line right over there, and it hasn't really touched the line. If I do zoom in there, you still have a little bit of a room to maybe make one more push up and then get rejected and then go to the downside. That's eventually the plan for September. And as far as the Bitcoin history goes with September is really bad. And I've told you that you were making a flag here, you could have popped down, take this stop loss, and I gave you this technical target, but that never happened. Okay, now at this point of time, the predicted move, the expected move, is what has actually played out. And as far as I'm concerned, there are some few things I want to talk about. I'm just going to remove the parallel channel. We don't need that anymore. Some of this one as well, I'm going to clear them out. And I'm also going to clear this one out. Actually, let's just clear everything once again and start from the beginning. And yeah, just going to go there from the remove drawings right there. Okay, now let's dive into the daily, and I want to show you something on the daily time frame that is probably important. Now notice how you have this trend line that has to be tested. Okay, so you do have that trend line right over there. Okay, and you really didn't touch it properly. Like it's like this. Okay, you haven't really touched it very perfectly way. Like for example, you still have a little bit of that gap right over there. Now does that mean that we're going to shoot up like this? Now that's one scenario that's possible, but eventually when you go up there, you're looking for the rejection and go down. Now the next resistance that you have to look at is the following. I'm going to take the trend line again, and I'm just going to go back to the chart, and this trend line is right over here. Okay, so if you look at this one, something like that. Okay, so you do have this 3 touches about to happen for Bitcoin. You can see that right over there. Okay, so this is almost like a touch here, a touch there, and one touch right over here. So this can also be the end of the pump before you start to move to the downside. But if eventually you see Bitcoin breaking above here, then it could be possible you touch this. But what difference does it make? Like, this is the only zone that is actually empty. How high are you gonna go? From 27,200 to 28,000? Okay, 2-3%. This is more like scalping, and I'm not interested in that. Okay, this is more like a scam pump to the upside, nothing else. Just a move up, take stop losses, and then try to move to the downside. I don't see any pump that is interesting at this point, even at least for the next 30 days. I don't see Bitcoin being as interesting as it sounds, or maybe as you may think, that Bitcoin is down and people can get a little bit interested to buy Bitcoin again. I don't think this is the dump that you should be buying probably in the future when you even move lower, because once again, I do believe you have a CME gap down here, $20,000, and eventually this for me is a place where Bitcoin eventually in September is going to rain down and stay there for a while before it doesn't actually move back up and make some different move or whatever it wants to do in the future. And that's pretty much it for this quick update. I'm going to see you with the next one. Allah Hafiz.